Really proud of the team as always. As you look at the box score, truly a team effort, and you know, spreading the ball around. Lots of people with double-digit attempts, and really good on the serve and passing game today too. That was a tough serving team, and I thought we handled them really well. Able to put us in positions that we're able to hit 350 for the match. That's a very high hitting percentage, and then I thought defensively we did a nice job. They have some real weapons out there, and I thought we did, you know, they're going to get their kills, but we did a nice job of containing everyone else and forcing them to do some things that they didn't want to do. So, again, really proud of the team, and it's on to the next for us.
Questions for the student athlete?
Jordan, you got CHAMPAIGN going early in the first set. Did that maybe open up, you know, the rest of your options as the match progressed?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that one of the hitters starts off strong, you know, that gets their defense really honed in on that one person, and then, you know, they started making adjustments to cheat out to one pin or the other, and, you know, once we are able to recognize that, we can kind of go against the flow and open people up one-on-one.
Jordan, it seemed like you had a lot of options to go to set to today. You know, Megan had a match, you know, Ashlyn and Jacqueline, of course, and Allie hit pretty well today too. How was it, you know, just really being able to go wherever, you know, the ball's taking you today?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it a lot, that we're a very balanced offense, and, you know, it helps a lot when we're passing really well. Props to our passers for making it easy. You know, we're in system a lot, and that puts a lot of pressure on the opposing block, and creates seams in the block and gives them space to hit and more of an advantage to score.
Ashlyn, you transferred here 4 months ago, and now you're second on the team in kills in a Sweet 16 game. What's that like for you personally?
It's really exciting. I think I wasn't prepared for anything that happened, but just kind of coming in and really trying to get acclimated to the team like as soon as I could. And I think just having all of them as teammates really made that easy. The coaches really like started right from the beginning and taught me what I needed to do to kind of get used to the speed of just like playing in the Big Ten. And I think that really helped. And like I said, these teammates are great. I'm so grateful for them.
Jack and Jordan, both. The Sweet 16's kind of been a bit of a roadblock for Illinois, just in history, but just what does it mean to clear that and get to the Elite Eight this time?
It's really exciting for us. I think kind of going into this year is this is our year. You know, the seniors are leaving us, and so I think it was just really exciting to get past that point that has been kind of where we've been stopping in previous years.
Yeah, Jacqueline wasn't here our first year that we made the Sweet 16, and so it was kind of like we were here, and then the next year was a pretty big dip, and then last year to get back up to here and to now be able to climb a little bit farther, it's really exciting, and I think it's great for the program, all the support that we've received this season and into the postseason. I mean, the crowd that we have for an 11 a.m. match, that was incredible. So I think we're really happy with where we're at right now and just taking it one game at a time.
Talked a lot about exceeding expectations in these last 2 years. How do you maybe see that?
Yeah, I mean, we go into the season, we don't really set a specific end goal for ourselves because, like we said, I feel like we're a broken record when we say we take it one day at a time, but we really do. We take it one day at a time, and you know, that's worked out really well for us. And yeah, to have not been expected to finish very high in the Big Ten last year or be in the top 2 of the Big Ten this year, and then I don't even know what we came in ranked this year in the NCAA, and then to get that 3rd seed and to really just be kind of rolling through the tournament. It's exciting for us, and we're all really happy to be here.
Another big first set for you. What was working, and how do you feel like that set the tone for the rest of the match?
I think it started, obviously, with the pass. I think our passers have been doing a great job just throughout the whole season, and then obviously Jordan just getting the ball where I need it, and then other hitters just kind of opening up everything. It's, I don't want to say easy, but like we put ourselves in a lot of good opportunities to just take big swings and make those plays, so it's really exciting.
You guys look pretty loose out there for a team, you know, that's competing in the Sweet 16, now is going to go on to compete in the Elite Eight. Is it just a reflection of just how well things have been going for you guys, or is it just, you know, a team mentality to just enjoy the moment for you guys?
I think it's like kind of a combination of just enjoying the moment and then confidence. I think In prior years, I think, at least me personally, during tight situations, I would doubt myself a lot. And I think this year, just how hard we've trained and all the things that we've done leading up to these moments, I think gives us total confidence just in each other and in ourselves that there's not a whole lot of the doubting, and it's just we're going out and we're doing our thing, and we don't have to do anything special to go do it. Like, this is just who we are.
I think it also helps in the Big Ten. You face huge matchups every night, and for us to have been in really tight, high-pressure situations a lot this year against top 15 seeds, I think it just helps when we're in these situations. You know, we've been there before, and we've faced offenses like this before, and so I think it just, I don't want to say we come in more relaxed, but the focus isn't a tense focus. It's a very confident focus, like Jacqueline said.
Coach, you coached Jenna this past summer, and now to coach against her in the Sweet 16, what was that like today?
Yeah, I mean, she was one of our main keys out there, you know, to try to slow down, and we couldn't do it. She was a very good player, and, you know, she loves the sport of volleyball. Happy to have coached her this summer on that China trip, and she's a good player, and she's going to have a nice career after this. I think she's going pro directly after this, and then potentially with USA. But she's a nice player and was one of our keys to try to stop. And we threw everything at her, but she still was able to score a lot of points. So just a great player, great person too, and yeah, she'll do good as she goes along with her career.
Can we finish questions with the athletes before we go more?
For a team that's a little bit bigger than you guys up front, what does it mean for you guys to both outblock and out hit the net?
I think it's pretty exciting. I think, kind of like Jordan said, how in the Big Ten we're playing these matchups every night. It's not anything that we're not used to seeing. Like, there's huge girls in the Big Ten night in and night out, so it's obviously a factor, but I don't think it's anything that we really worry about. So I think we're used to finding ways to get blocks and get touches against those bigger players, and then also finding ways to score against them as well.
Yeah, and I think our passing helped a lot with that too. It's like, if we're passing perfect, Jordan can literally put it anywhere she wants, and that kind of leaves a lot of like one-on-one opportunities or seams, and I think that definitely helps against bigger players too.
Anything else for the athletes?
Potential of facing Wisconsin tomorrow. Obviously, they have to play yet, but that's something you would relish, the opportunity to move to the Final Four by beating Wisconsin after you split with them.
100%, yes. Yes, I mean, it's awesome to see all these teams from the Big Ten be successful and be this far in the tournament, and then to go up against a team that you've played twice before. And, you know, last time we played them at home, they got us, and then we got them back when we were at their place. So I think it's going to be a really fun match. I think the fans are going to enjoy it just as much as we're going to enjoy facing a Big Ten team in the postseason. So if they pull it out, yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and we're excited.
Did the 11 o'clock a.m. start affect anything, or how do you feel like you guys prepared for that?
No, I don't think it was anything different. Before every game, all of us have our different routines, and I think we did a really good job of like keeping to those things. Waking up early, just kind of getting in the mindset, ready to play. Anything can be thrown at you, and it's just kind of how you handle that, and I think we handled that really well today.
Okay, thank you, athletes. Appreciate you guys coming. Questions for Chris?
Yeah, we can just hang everyone around.
Chris, how do you assess the level of play from your team now at this point? Is it the best it is all season?
Speaking as a coach, I think there's still room. You know, I think when you get into tournament play, there's some moments where you feel like you have to make the perfect play, and sometimes the reminder is that we can just take a breath and settle down a little bit. You know, when that, you know, people don't want to talk about these are different games. These are different games. When your back's against the wall and you have to perform, you know, with a chance of going home and being done with it all, I think it just puts a little bit different of pressure on us. But you know, I think there's still a couple touches we can clean up if we go back and look at film and just off of some that I have memory of. But overall, you're looking for your whole body of work over a course of a match, and you do it compared against another team. So there's, again, it's kind of the subtle nuance of volleyball where we're putting ourselves in the right position to be successful. That's what we look for first, and then it's making the play after that. I thought we could have made a few more plays today, but obviously very happy that we made enough of them to win 3 sets by 2 points, which is what we talked about.
Jacqueline had the huge first set, Ashlyn had the big third. How important is it to have just multiple weapons that can kind of take over a set like that?
Yeah, it's one of the things that makes us hard to stop. I mean, any given moment, any given time, you know, some setters have certain tendencies to say they're going to set one way. Jordan doesn't have that. You can literally put her anywhere, and she can distribute the ball where she needs to, make the correct decisions, and then you know, if the set doesn't happen to be there, we have hitters that are able to do something with it, and that's kind of what we preach. Sometimes it's that simple. You get a set, you like it, take a swing. You don't like it, and then you got to make them play or put them in a position that is going to make it difficult for them to score a point. And I thought we've been outstanding at that all year, letting our defense take over when it needs to, and then our offense when it's there to be able to take big swings. So to be able to have everyone on, you know, ready to go at all given times, it just makes it difficult for another team to sit there and try to stop us. And I think you saw that today with their hitting percentage. But throughout the course of the year, I think that's been one of our strengths. I think we've hit at the top. We've hit Illinois for a long time over the course of the season.
How much did Jacqueline's first set the tone for the rest?
Yeah, great. You know, she's got one of the toughest roles out there and playing 6 rotations. So I think whenever she gets in a groove like that, then it's. I think it just obviously it helps her, but it helps the team know that, you know, it's going to be difficult to stop us that day. She's a difficult player to stop regardless. You know, based on a lot of things, but yeah, whenever one player has a great match like that, it just makes it difficult to say, you know, what plan you're going to come up with to try to do something. And again, that's where kind of the teamwork comes in. Passing's been good, ball control's been good. Jordan can distribute, so it's nice when you have, you know, you can go down the list and look at all of our players. Everyone's almost hitting 300 or above, so happy to see that.
So what does maybe clearing that Sweet 16 barrier mean for this program?
You know, historically a lot. It's the first time they've been here since 2011 when they made it to the finals. And again, we're not looking forward to, oh, okay, now it's 2011 again. No, it's this year, this team. And but you know, as a program, you want to make a statement out there, and you want to make sure that people know this is what Illinois volleyball is all about. This is how we play it. This is how we're going to compete. And it's going to be really difficult to put a ball down on us. It's going to be really difficult to handle us from a serve-receive game. And we're going to have attackers coming at you every single point in the road. But you know, historically, it means a lot. We had a lot of alumni come back, a lot of alums that are on the wall up there, specifically for this match, just saying thank you for bringing it back to what it was, and happy that, you know, and this team is a part of it. And it's just really. It's really cool to see the support that's been coming through over the last couple of weeks, and people that are literally missing their work to come here to watch us play, flying across country to come here and watch us play, and just happy to have helped the program in that regard, and the University of Illinois athletics and University of Illinois in that regard as well.
When you know, win a match like this one, and the way you did it, just as part of that, you know, just maybe exceeding what people thought about your team. What does that maybe say just about how they've continued to do anything they needed to win?
Yeah, Jordan said it. You know, it is one day at a time for us, and we didn't get the seed and like, oh great, we're the 3 seed. That wasn't it. It was, I mean, obviously we're happy that we were the 3 seed, but we didn't expect to just sit here and just roll teams all the way to the Final Four. Everyone, once you get in the tournament, really, everyone's good. Everyone's either a conference champion or did really well in their conferences. There's lots of parity out there. I think today there's lots of different styles of play. And so we just tend not to get ahead of ourselves with some of this stuff. And you know, I still think we're beating expectations, and we'll continue to do that, or do our best to do that as we move on here.
Coach, the attackers seem to get a lot of the shine for this program, but today you guys held Marquette to a lower hitting percentage in each set as the match progressed. How well would you assess your guys' defensive play so far in this tournament? Yeah, it's been great. It's one of the points of emphasis of ours. You know, over the course of the year, really. I mean, you need to have both. You can't just have a high-powered offense and then hope your defense shows up one day. You got to show up in both aspects, and that's the youngest part of our team, is that backcourt. We have Taylor Cooper, a freshman, Caroline Welsh, who's a junior but in her second year of playing. We've got Morgan O'Brien in her first year as libero, you know, trying to replace a great libero in Brandy Donnelly. You got Jack playing her first year, 6 rotations. So really, you know, it's probably one of my most proud aspects of our team, is that where that part has come. And then our block, you know, we put up as good a block as anyone, with Allie, you know, being one of only 3 players to get 700 blocks in the Big Ten, and Jordan and Meg and
Jack and Beth. I mean, everyone's doing their job up there. So again, it takes both ends. You know, I think as we go further into matches, we get a beat on rhythms, and I think our serving game really helps with that too. I know some people don't like how many service errors we have. I don't think we had many today, but we put a lot of pressure on teams to be in system and try to score points. And it's as the match wears on, I think that it gets tough against us.
Adjustment comes from you and the staff to the team, you know, throughout the match when you're looking at like just those getting that block.
Yeah, kind of what I mentioned. If patterns start to emerge where they think they have a matchup, maybe they think they have certain situations that might help them score points. Again, there's some subtle changes and there's some that are bigger. Bigger ones might be rotational shifts and you know, maybe you're shifting around with your block and defense a little bit. But for the most part, we train them to be really good at reading the game, which they are. So we want to give them freedom to play. And you know, we're going to have a game plan. We're going to stick with it for as long as we need to. And sometimes it just could be the nerves of the match that we're going to say, okay, well, everything we're doing is fine. We're just not executing. And so again, maybe it's a little more nuanced there with some of the adjustments we make. But if we do make an adjustment, we're very good at doing it, and we've shown that all year. We've had to adjust on a handful of occasions in our conference just because there's players that can hurt you from every position. So again, I'm not concerned if we have to make it. Our team's comfortable with making it, and I don't think we made too many adjustments today other than a couple things that we didn't execute early on.
With your one day at a time mentality, how much do you celebrate today's win? How much do you let your team celebrate because you're playing in tomorrow?
I'm hoping I can get out of here so I can go scout the next match, but that's who we play next out there. Yeah, you always want to. You don't want to be like, oh yeah, just whatever. No, it's a big deal. Every win we have is a big deal, and again, we've been through these battles throughout the Big Ten. You know, you got wins at Penn State at home, at Nebraska, at Wisconsin. You have all these big marquee matchups night in and night out, and we celebrate those when we can, but we come back in and we work when we have to. And that's what they've done all year, and that's what they know is expected of them, and they're doing a great job of doing it, obviously. But yeah, we'll celebrate this one, and we, like I said, a bunch of alums are in town. We're going to hang out with them today, and we'll all high five each other, and then it's on to Wisconsin or San Diego tomorrow.
Put out the call to Illini fans for the early start. What do you think of the turnout? What's the message to fans for tomorrow?
We later start tomorrow, 3 p.m. No, it's awesome. On a work day on a Friday, it's not the ideal time to have a match. But I knew when it was set, I knew we would pack the gym, and it's really important for us. That's part of the bonus for having the 3 seed is you get your home crowd behind you, and you had probably 400 or 500 students in attendance. Hopefully none of them missed class, and class is very important, students. And you had a bunch of people, coming out supporting from all over the place, like I mentioned. So again, it just really, it's been great, especially over the last couple months. It took us a little bit of time to get this thing rolling and for people to believe in what we're doing here. But now that we got it going, we're seeing outpouring of support. Love it. Love to continue doing it as well, and I fully expect that tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Time for one more question.
If you go Wisconsin again tomorrow, what's it take to kind of win that season series, and how excited would you be for a Big Ten Elite Eight matchup?
Score more points than they do. Whoever we have to end up playing, it's again, I don't want to sit here and predict who's going to win. We know Wisconsin's a good team. San Diego knocked off a good USC team to be here, and so we expect to battle right now. And we have scouts ready for both of them, and whoever we play, I think the intensity of the match is going to be the moment that we're in. It's the Elite Eight for a chance to go to Minnesota next week for a Final Four. So again, whoever we play, I say all the time to the media and to our team, anytime, any place you want to play, we'll bring a team of 6, and the rest of everyone who contributes, and we'll be ready to play.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.